Hello, I'm Rico Cavella. Welcome to Fearless Aging, where in every episode, my guests and I, we strive to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can implement immediately to greatly improve your overall health and well-being. So we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self so you can go out and make a bigger positive difference in the world. So the title of today's episode is a really important one. It is Fast Emotional Healing for Happy, Healthy, and Successful Living. And our expert guest is Kathleen Forbes. She's an author, a behavioral change expert, mental health and wellness coach, and intuitive. She developed a unique holistic emotional makeover. It's a revolutionary transformational proven success system that gets results fast for happy, healthy, and successful living. And who doesn't want that? So, Kathleen Forbes, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Rico. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, well, this is such an important topic. And that's one thing I want to ask you, but first, before we even talk about why there's so much mental health issues these days and then how you develop your program to help people, I think it might be interesting just how do you define emotions as opposed to feelings, and how do they play such a big role in mental health?
Well, feelings are how you feel. Emotions are how you express them. But to me, what causes people to have problems? And that is, negative emotions and limiting beliefs. And how are these limiting beliefs and negative emotions created? Well, in my experience, it's all about childhood trauma. And during childhood, when youngsters experience trauma, they create sabotaging beliefs about themselves and about their life, and also emotions. And these emotions, if you have abuse and so on as a child, as I did, are very, very destructive to your health, to your relationships, to your career, to your well-being, how you feel about yourself in every aspect of your life.
Yeah, there's no question about it. So some of the things that happen to us as we're children, those are then certain things can trigger certain emotions, right? So tell us a little bit about how that works. What are some of the triggers?
I'll just share my own life. I experienced some trauma as a 3-year-old. I had a tantrum because my mother wouldn't pick me up. I threw myself on the floor. My mother wasn't the type to be, overly affectionate or anything. So she spanked me and she told me to go away and rejected me at 3 years old. I ran into my bedroom, went into the closet and stomped my feet and stomped my hands against the wall and said, I hate her, I hate her, I hate her. And I ran away. I walked out the front door to the country road and I was marching down the street and a big 18-wheeler truck went by and I almost knocked over. I almost fell over. And in that moment, I was broken. And I created all these sabotaging beliefs like I can't take care of myself. I can't ask for what I want. I need to please other people to survive. And so those beliefs were my belief programming that I created as a child that controlled the rest of my life and controlled my adult behavior, which caused me all sorts of problems. I had problems in my romantic relationships. I had health problems. I had a 22-year binge eating disorder because I couldn't feel my anger. And then I had a severe 5-year inflammation illness called polymyalgia rheumatica, which was painful and also restricted my movement. So, and I also had in my book, which I will mention later, but in my book, I talk about all the challenges I had in my career, which cost me tens of thousands of dollars, a lot of emotional pain and agony. And my whole life, I've been emotionally suffering and having tons and tons of challenges. So I hope that's a good example.
Yeah, well, I'm sure most people can relate to that. We've all had everybody has some degree of trauma as a child. I just have a question that when you were saying at 3 years old, when your mother did that to you and you said, I hate her, I mean, where does that emotion, where did that first, I mean, where did you learn even the word hate and what it means to hate somebody?
I don't really know. I don't really know. I just remember pounding my fists against the wall saying, I hate her, I hate her, I hate her. So I don't really know as a 3-year-old. But I was very upset because I was doing something that I thought was empowering by throwing myself down and having a tantrum. And then I got broken, I got rejected. And any child that feels rejected or has the fear of being rejected as a child, it really messes them up, and they develop all of these habits like people pleasing or not having healthy boundaries and not being able to say no. And when you have these kinds of behaviors and beliefs and emotions as adults, it's very destructive for relationships, your health,
Yeah,
and career.
yeah. Well, again, I'm just kind of wondering, all these negative emotions that we've been talking about, but they have to be learned. I mean, you're not born with a bunch of negative emotions, so
No,
you might.
no, I feel like
And
when
I don't mean you. I mean all of us,
yeah.
human beings, as we're born, we have to learn these negative emotions from, I guess, from our surroundings, from our parents, right?
Well, first of all, when we are born, our physical mechanism to process emotion is very underdeveloped.
Hmm.
So what happens is that we go into overwhelm very quickly and easily. If we have wet diapers or we're hungry or whatever, we have feelings, but we don't really have the mechanism to process them. It's called, and so on. So, we just automatically have these emotions. I think we come in this world full of love and joy and everything, but
Yeah.
certain things happen, and they're not always our parents' fault, but things happen and we get scared about not surviving, and then we develop these limiting beliefs, and we that are sometimes conscious and unconscious as adults, but
Yeah.
they control our lives.
Yeah. No question about it. Well, that answers my next question was, why do you think that we have so many health issues these days, and why it's such a big topic? And that's it, because of all our childhood traumas that everybody has experienced to one degree or another. So I can see why we're having so many mental issues
Well,
these days.
even with people I've worked with, clients who say their parents were the most wonderful people in the whole world and they have the greatest relationship in the world. After we started working together, we determined, or we found out about one traumatic incident that affected their entire life. So,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
So,
it's,
so when did you began to work on yourself and
I, I
develop your
started,
whole
I started working on myself 40 years ago, and I was a compulsive class taker. I was taking classes every single weekend. I learned several healing modalities. I received many coaching certification programs. I worked with over 30 coaches, healers, and therapists. I taught theta healing for 6 years. So I had all this information, but it wasn't until about 7 years ago that I really developed the holistic emotional makeover success system that gets extremely fast results. And I'm very proud of it. And in my, here's my book, Introducing the Holistic Emotional Makeover Success System, I talk about how I developed it, and all the, not all the challenges that I had, because I really only touched about 20% of all the challenges I had, because I couldn't list all of them. I'd have to have a, much thicker book and so on. But anyway, so I developed this system that is extremely fast. It's unlike anything else out there, and it works fast emotional healing.
All right. Well, let's delve into it a little bit more, and let's talk about some of the components and how they work, and then I want to also have you talk about some of your clients' results, and maybe like who is the client that you
Okay,
love to
well,
work with, who you can help with.
some of some of my clients have anxiety or depression. Some of them have weak boundaries. Some have a fear of saying no. the other component is when we are young until we're about 8 or 10 years old, we're not really separate from our parents and so on. So everything that happens, excuse me, I've got light behind me. Everything that happens, they feel responsible. So a lot of times children have guilt and shame, and they think that if their parents get a divorce or have an argument, it's always their fault. So, it's very it's very unempowering to have these sabotaging beliefs and emotions. And through my program that I have designed, and it's unique, is that I am able to identify and clear sabotaging beliefs and emotions quickly and replace it with empowering beliefs. So every time we have a session, a client and I, they will notice a shift.
So what I'm hearing then, no matter what sort of mental issues or emotional issues you're having, like say whether it's anxiety, depression, feeling of rejection, or whatever, all of you that you're able to discover what the beliefs that cause that, and how to overcome those limiting beliefs. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Pretty good.
That sounds great. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks for
Well,
the work that you're doing.
after the 40 years of taking classes and working with therapists and so on, I'm like, okay, this is like the best thing. That's, it's one of the most powerful programs in the world.
Well, we still have quite a bit of time here, so let's go. Again, dig a little bit deeper and talk about a little bit more of what are some of the components of your program.
Well, all of those are my programs, so I can't share with everything that I do to make it so effective. But I want to say that, studies have shown that 90% of people's problems with health are psychologically rooted in, some emotional problems. So that's why it is critical for people to, if they know they have anger or, resentment or guilt or shame, or they're not operating at optimal levels, they really want to be happy and be centered and grounded and feel whole and complete. That's why it's critical to invest in their emotional health, because it affects everything. And I've just, for me, having not being able to have a good romantic relationship for 60 years was very lonely and very discouraging. And I experienced a lot of emotional pain. And so now, I got married 5 years ago at 71 for the first time.
Wow.
And I can actually say what a, when you have a great relationship, how much fun and pleasure and enjoyment you can have. But that's something that I didn't have. I was alone. And being able, my husband and I play competitive golf, tennis, and pickleball, by the way. And so, that increases my health, going out and competing and being outside. And so, I'm living, because of this system that I created, I am living a life beyond my wildest imagination. And to be able to help people in such a big way is is so rewarding. So anyway.
Yeah, that's so good. Well, okay, let's talk a little bit about if somebody. We'll talk about. I know you have some free gifts for people, and we'll let them know how they can contact you and get a hold of you.
Well, I would love to chat with anyone who has any challenges, and we all have challenges.
Right.
I would love to connect with them. I invite everyone to go to my website, KathleenFors.com. And I think it's on the screen there, my name, KathleenFors.com. And I invite you to purchase my book. You can purchase in digital form on my website, or you can go to Amazon and get a paperback book. Okay, and that tells you all about my struggles and how I developed my success system and how beliefs work and so on. And so the next thing that I invite you to do is sign up for my free mini course, which will teach you the core technique. Now, the core technique is how to process unwanted emotions. And it's extremely valuable, and it's a cornerstone, one of the cornerstone blocks of my success system. But if people are trained very young to ignore their feelings, and if they ignore their feelings and stuff them down, it can cause lots and lots of problems. And I explain that in my mini course. And it only takes about 2 hours, so I invite you to sign up and take my mini course. The third thing that I invite you to do is to sign up for my no-cost empowerment consultation. And during that time, we'll talk about your biggest challenges, and we will develop 10 empowering goals. And during our consultation, if we feel like we're a good fit, we will plan on reaching those 10 goals, which most of my clients reach in my 12-session package. And then I will also explain my satisfaction guarantee, which I offer, which I don't know of any other program that does. So we have 3 things that you can do by going to my website. I hope you do all 3. And, I really look forward to connecting with people who have been on this journey and who have been looking and seeking for an answer to their problems.
Yeah, that was well said. Well, thank you for all that. We're going to take a short 1-minute break, and when we come back, then we'll kind of sum it all up. All
Great.
right, so we'll be back in. Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, creator of the Ageless Living Lifestyle. If you are concerned about premature aging and you want to avoid disease and old age, and you want to live a more healthy, energetic, and vital long life, I have proven solutions for you. So number 1, go to agelessliving.lifestyle.com and take our aging quiz to see how well you are doing. And number 2, book your free coaching session with me to discuss your wellness challenges, and I promise to get you going on the right track. You can transform your health and your life, and I can help. All right, we are back, and we are speaking with Kathleen Forrest. She's a behavioral change expert and a mental health wellness coach, and we've been talking about all the different reasons and things that are causing so much mental health issues in people today, and all the different things that how her program can give you some fast and success really quickly with her new unique system. So we still have quite a bit of time here, Kathleen. Maybe you could talk about some things that people just immediately, what should they do immediately? If they're feeling right now that someone's listening, they're feeling like, I know I'm depressed, or I'm feeling anxious, or I'm unhappy with my life, and I don't feel good about myself, or I don't have good self-esteem. What would you tell them? What could they do right now to make a shift? What could they do easily? A few things that they could do right now to just start to make a shift.
Well, one thing is to go to my website and sign up for my mini course. Okay. The core technique is all about feeling your emotions and processing them. And when you process them, you complete them, and they no longer control you. So that would be extremely valuable. Okay. Secondly is, to order my book. And thirdly is to get on a consultation. Of course, those are all actions, dealing with me. But, what they could do is make a commitment to put their emotional health as a priority. And that's something that, reading books, taking classes, getting help from me, from you, like making their emotional health a priority. That is critical because so many people are, worried about other things, maybe worried about their jobs, their relationships, and so on. But if you want to improve your life, you've got to improve your emotional health. You've got to, upgrade your belief system. And because your beliefs cause your feelings, and your feelings cause your thinking and your thoughts, which cause your results and your actions and results. So if you're not getting the things that you want in life, there's a reason. And, in my book, I say under every single problem is a limiting belief and a negative emotion. When you identify those and clear them, the problem no longer exists. So, just making their emotional healing a priority would be great.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. So I think the message here that we want to convey to you is that get some help. You don't have to be alone, and don't feel like it's just you that are having all these problems. We all deal with limiting beliefs, and we all deal with emotions that are negative, that are not serving us. So it's okay. I mean, you're fine, and you can overcome all these things because we know many people have. I know your clients have. I know my clients have. And I just want to say, also, I what I teach, the ageless living lifestyle is primarily about wellness, and usually we focus mostly on, on the physical, on good nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
getting sleep, and
Mm-hmm.
fitness, and all those. But being a personal trainer for all these years, I always wondered. I mean, we know all the benefits of living a healthy lifestyle, and everybody wants to be healthy and have a successful, happy life. But so why don't they, why do they have such a struggle with
Oh,
even begin
okay.
to start a program, right? And so,
Well, one of the things is not feeling disciplined enough. If you don't feel disciplined enough, or that's one of the beliefs that you want to create when you're working with somebody like me. Is like I am disciplined, and that I do tasks with grace and ease. And that, if I want to eat healthy, I eat healthy naturally with grace and ease. Now, I've worked with people who have had weight problems, and I do muscle testing to check and see if they're on or off for empowering beliefs. And many times when I check, it's safe for me to weigh my optimal weight, I get a no. So you dig around and find out that maybe they had sexual abuse as a child, and, having this extra weight is protective and so on. And, why don't people follow your plans, Rico? And they may think it takes too much effort. It takes too much time. It's too hard. I have other things to do that are more important. And, just the belief that I don't have time to take care of myself. Now, another belief is that we get, from our parents or whatever, is that it's not okay to make myself a priority. And if you don't if it's not safe to make yourself a priority, you're going to be helping everybody else. You're going to be helping your children. You're going to be self-sacrificing yourself, and you're not going to be able to keep to your exercise plan of going to the gym, 3 times a week, or eating the right food.
right.
So there's lots of limiting beliefs that can keep you from your intentions and your goals.
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, again, just to amplify what you said, that's what I discovered. Why people aren't even, sticking with a program or starting a program is because they have limiting beliefs, and because they're not feeling just that they are here with a purpose in life, and how valuable they are. One thing I like to tell people, Kathleen, is, I mean, most people have some sort of a religious or spiritual belief, that we have a creator, right? And our creator is all loving and all all knowing. And so if our creator created you out of love, then you must be all really good. You must be loved, and you must be already great. So you have to realize that you wouldn't be here if you weren't loved, and you weren't here for a reason, and you had great things to do in this world. So I think that's something, a message that we give people, so
Well,
they feel much better about themselves.
I totally agree. Everybody has a purpose. But, when you have trauma, it covers over like a wet blanket with all these sabotaging beliefs about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to clear so you can be totally empowered and inspired about yourself and your life and feel great. There's nothing, I've heard of people that have everything. They have, they're billionaires. They have the most beautiful home. They have, the perfect wife and the child and the dog and everything. And they still don't feel, satisfied. And it's probably because they don't feel whole and complete.
That's very
That
true.
feeling whole and complete is like, your emotional health is worth more than anything, more than money, more than anything. It takes money to, maybe get to your emotional health, but it's really vitally important for all the aspects of your life.
Very good. That was summed up really good because we're just about out of time. So thanks very
Okay.
much for being here. That was great. And thanks for
Thank
the
you,
good work
Rico,
that
for
you do.
inviting me. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
absolutely. So if you like today's episode, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging TV show, and we'll see you next time. Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, creator of the
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
there.
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, somehow I got muted. Anyway, we just made it under the time limit there. We just had to close it off real quick. That's the funny thing about it's way different than doing a podcast. A podcast, you can just talk whatever you want, go on and on, and then when you think it's enough, it's enough. But here we have a time. You have to watch the clock because our
Right,
TV
right,
show
right.
it just fits in a time slot, and you have to end it right on the right time. So
Yeah.
that was really good. Yeah, so we'll get this. I'll have it scheduled. Let me see. Let me see right now where we can schedule it. I know we scheduled something for next week on the 21st. Actually, I think. Well, well, let's give you 3 weeks. How about we'll schedule it for Wednesday, September 4th? Would that work for you?
Okay, that's fine. I was worried because the film got light and dark. I don't know what causes that.
I did.
It get light and dark. Do you see that?
No, I didn't see that on my end at all. Maybe just on your computer. I don't
Oh,
know
well,
what.
maybe it's just on my computer.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope
No.
that's the case. Okay, well, I hope that was okay.
No, I think that was good, and I can also I'll send you a copy of the video so you'll have the video,
Okay.
and then
And I can put that on my social media.
yeah, definitely we'll definitely
Okay.
promote it. We also make a little promotional image, and I'll get that made, and we'll send that to you so you can put that on your social
Okay,
media,
great.
and I'll clarify for sure what date we're going to air it,
Okay,
and
thank
let's
you.
see what else. I think
Okay.
I
I
think
just want to let you know, Rico, if you do find somebody that's in your program that can't follow it and you refer them to me, I'd
yeah.
be happy to send you a referral fee.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you have your own program, which is great. And I'm very confident that your program works wonders. But, you might come across somebody who really
Yeah.
isn't able to follow it or do so, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no question.
I
Yeah,
mean, just that one belief. You might ask them, when you're working with them, do you have the belief that you need to put everybody else first? I mean, and they might say, "Oh, yeah, I do. I have to put my kids first, or I have to put my husband first, or I mean, I can't. To make myself a priority might be something very fearful."
yeah, there's no question about. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. And the same for you. If you know somebody who
Yes,
who, who really needs some fitness training, you can refer
and
them
you
to
can
me as
do
well.
all your fitness training on video. Is that right, on Zoom?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have
Okay.
online
Great.
coaching program. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great.
Oh, okay, Kathleen. Thank you very much.
Okay,
That was
and
great.
I hopefully can be on the call on Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. We're
I have relatives in town, but I hope I can do that.
okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can make this one or not, but I'll have to see. Yeah, but Yeah, my
That's
next one's on the
tomorrow.
22nd.
Wait, is
Yeah,
that, wait, no, it's next week. It's next week. I'm sorry.
yeah, mine's next week. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
thank you, Rico.
Thank you. That was good.
Okay. Okay.
Take
Take care. Bye bye.
take care. Bye bye.